Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be discussing productivity essential number 3. So it's been about a month into shelter in place and I don't know about you, but it's just been hard being productive. Hey Michael, do you have any tips on how to stay productive during this time?
Yeah, so if you watched our other videos, you would know that having a to-do list or calendar would help you. But I think an extra tip would be having a routine. So why would you establish a routine? What are some benefits? Well, one, I think it can build structure into your life. It can help you create good habits. It can build some momentum, and ultimately it'll help you become more productive.
I know. People always tell me that a routine is good, but realistically, what does that look like?
Yeah, well, a routine is gonna look different for each person, but I think some good routines have some common factors. So for example, what to incorporate in a routine could be something like having a set time when you wake up, a set time when you go to sleep, set times when you're gonna eat, having a space and a time for you to work, ways to incorporate exercise. Like, these are some good habits that you can build into a routine that can become like daily habits.
Yeah, but I don't know, I've tried that before, but it just all seems, a little overwhelming, like just having to have a set time for everything. I don't know, I just don't know where to begin.
Yeah, and I think if you're just starting to have a routine, it can be really hard and overwhelming, and it seems like, wow, there's so much to add. Well, my recommendation is to just start small. Just start with one thing. Perhaps it's having a set time when you wake up. I think just starting small, trying it out, and incorporating it for a week, I think that would be like a great place to start and start building consistent habits and a routine.
Oh, that's some good advice. But I don't know, what if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I just, not good at having a routine?
Yeah, I totally understand you. And one thing is, I think it's okay to fail. And I've failed many times, right? When you're committing to a routine, you're not committing to perfection. And I think that's something to remind ourselves of. And even if you fail, I think the important question next is, okay, so how are we gonna respond to that? And I think one thing to remember is why you set these routines and habits in the first place. It wasn't to become perfect, but you set them because you want to become productive or build like a certain habit. And so, yeah, even if you fail, just respond back and keep trying again.
Wow, that's good advice. Thanks.
So in the previous segment, we discussed that the best way to build a routine is to start small. One practical way of getting momentum in this is to use a habit tracker. It will allow you to concretely see your progress in building up your routine. So one habit tracker that we recommend is called Habitify. It's a free and simple app that allows you to write down habits, keep track of streaks, and most importantly, remind you to keep up those habits that you are trying to form. The reason why I like this habit tracker is that it's everywhere. It has a web app, a phone app, and even a desktop app so that you can be reminded to keep up your habits almost anywhere. So this is what Habitify's interface looks like, super simple. And here's an example habit that I have, which is simply to just get dressed in the morning. If you're looking to try and get more productive, this is one habit that I'd recommend you start with because it can really make a difference in your productivity for the rest of the day. So a couple neat things about Habitify's habits is that you can set the frequency of your habits. So for example, I have this set to repeat every day. As well as you can set the time of day you want to complete this habit. So obviously for this one, it will be in the morning. You can also set a reminder to remind you to complete this habit. So I have mine set for 8 a.m. It's really important that you would have this app on your phone so that you can get these reminders. One tip when making habits is to be specific. Much like your to-do list items, it should be very clear when you've completed or failed to complete your habit. It makes it much easier to track your progress this way. If you click on your habit, you can see the progress on that habit. So your current streak, or what days you've completed the habit, or your overall progress. Hopefully this can be a good tool to use to help build a routine for yourself. I'd recommend that you start with one routine and get consistent at it for maybe a good 2 weeks. And then afterwards, you can add more habits on top of that.
All right, so that wraps up our video for today. See you next time for productivity essential number 4.